All right, everybody, welcome to the June 20th Board of Selectmen meeting. If you could stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance, I would appreciate it.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. First up on the agenda, we have signing of the closing documents for the fire station bond. Nick. It's working. Yeah, let's, yes, please do, because it's going to be a while.
Don't touch it.
Okay,
All right. There's three of most everything.
okay.
So this is the first one. And all three of you and Pam need to sign them.
Hey, want to bring your chair right up here? Right up on the side. That's my agenda, so you do that.
So these first three are the same.
Okay,
1, 2, 3.
yep,
Pam.
yep. And this is for the general obligation bond. Yep.
Do you want me to sign the 8038G? That says that the person that signs it has certified that they have checked the calculations.
You should have a copy.
I have
of
it
that.
ready, yeah.
Yeah, this is just what I printed
Yep.
out.
Oh,
with
okay.
Cindy, that's all.
All right.
I just want to look at them and read them and.
Yep.
I don't want to get too ahead of myself.
Nope, nope, you're doing fine.
It took me 45 minutes to organize it, so I'm not going to mess it up now.
And when you close, we'll pass those back and give them to
Yeah.
Nick and.
So, do you need
Ooh.
resolution of the governing board? And
Yep.
it says voted, voted, voted. Do you need, we did all that?
Yes,
Okay.
yep.
That's it.
All right.
Same thing. Same spots.
Yep.
You're not getting out of this.
Yeah.
Oh, Michelle. So this is the actual bond itself that goes to the financing company.
And this needs to be notarized.
Yes.
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 It needs an issuer's seal here, and I think Michelle notarizes it. That's it.
Yep.
So I'm not, do you have the issuer's seal? Is that something you have?
Don't you have the seal? The town, she has the seal.
Yeah, she's on it.
Maybe when we get all done, we'll do the seals.
You all three of those, Andy?
Yep.
I'll sign. We'll pass them back to Nick so you can,
Keep it together.
keep them all together again and.
It's those paper clips.
See? You were warned.
I don't know.
There's only one copy of the bond
There's
itself?
only one of that.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
This one is tax certificate of some sort. Just so everybody knows, this was all drafted up by our bond counsel in conjunction with the financing company.
Who's got the bond? Andy
Right
got the
here.
bond? Yeah, it's the bond itself. Just want to make sure we don't mix up the other pages, that's all. Here.
That only needs one signature, Nick, and why don't I sign it?
Yep.
It
Yeah.
says-
Yep.
It says the person certifies that they've checked the calculations, and I've
Yep.
done that already, so.
That's fine.
Nope,
I don't
absolutely,
know.
I agree.
For some reason, I had 3 copies, but I tend to think you're right on that. Original bond is 1. Pam, just to be safe, why don't you sign it 3 times, because it...
I'm doing that.
Okay.
You can always throw them away
Yeah.
if you don't want them.
Yep. Thanks.
Good.
That's it. Yep, thanks. Is there another stack? Or do I have it all?
Yep. Yeah, you got one.
And this is the schedule, which doesn't require any
All right, no,
signatures. That's that. That's that. So then just the seal, right? Town seal? What you wanna do out there?
Or let's just run through them while everybody's here and just
Yep.
double check and make sure we have.
all the same.
Yeah. Let me
Make sure
just-
everybody signed it, where they're supposed to.
1, 2, 3,
Yep.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
That one's all set. Okay,
It's the second page, yeah.
there it is.
Annex it to.
Maybe we should have Kim do this.
It's, okay.
And then we just need that. Just should builder's seal.
That's one of the pieces that most people forget when you check the bonds. They're so happy to sign them and be done with them, they forget to put the seal on it
Oh,
afterwards, yeah.
yep. So you have to seal it, or they seal it?
No,
No,
we
we
seal,
do.
it's a town
Yeah,
seal,
yeah.
yeah.
Next one. So we need to seal too?
Mm-hmm,
Yep.
We'll go through them one by one.
Yep,
Okay,
we're good.
that's all.
Awesome. Good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you both for all the hard work you've done on this, seriously. That's a lot of work.
As Nick said, it was a lot of fun.
I don't think I heard him say that.
It's fun, we got a good
Yes,
outcome
Doug.
out of it.
That was bonds too for 16 years and interest.
16 years.
Interest is $600,000.
Yeah.
2.97 for 16 years.
Yep, the
Level
interest
payment.
rate is 2.97%.
Wanna do that?
And that was, with all the work they've done, they're able to shave $300,000 off in the original. So,
Yeah.
like I said, they've done a lot of work on it.
I need to overnight it tomorrow morning. 8 8. Yeah. Do you need to be here?
Okay, up next, we got Pat and Karen, talk about softball field renovations.
I'm good. A few months ago, we decided that in an effort to get the kids off Lockhart Field, which has got some sinking issues, that we would try to form a group of people to rejuvenate the ball field that's behind the elementary school.
Okay.
We got a good group of people volunteering, Mr. Cameron, Mr. Catwick, Pat, myself, Bob Adams, Doug Shute. So we try to think of a way that we could get the kids to buy into this, because we don't want to just hand them a field and say, here you go, you know?
Right.
This is for them. So we came up with the idea of doing a calendar sale.
Okay.
I know the fire department did one when they were talking about their building of the fire station, and they were quite successful in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I started calling around to see if I could get donations, and people were thrilled to be able to be part of this project. So in order to move forward with this, there's 3 ways you can do it. I was just at the Attorney General's seminar. Well, and the first, and what I think is the smartest way, is to have the Board of Selectmen endorse the project.
Mhm.
And know that. And at first, we were going to put it in the general fund, but after talking to a few people, it makes more sense to have the funds held in the recreation revolving fund, because it's easy money in, easy money out. You don't have to go through a selectmen's meeting every time you want to do a purchase, or, and the way we would do this is to have a committee, just like the committee would be, just like the townhouse committee. The committee would help with raising of the funds, and they would be the ones to vote where the allocation of the money is going. All money is just going directly to the field itself. There's no extras. We need seating, there's gonna be additional fencing. We're gonna salvage what we can out of Lockhart Field, irrigation heads, the pump. There is probably the backstop, some seating, but there's gonna be additional fees. First and foremost, we have to have 2 propane tanks moved, which we have wrote a letter to them. The girls redid a letter that I had composed and sent it out to the propane company, asking if they would be generous enough to do an in-kind donation and moving it. So there's no money in the town fund, there's no money in the school fund for this project, but you got a lot of people that want it to happen and are willing to volunteer their time to make it happen for the kids. So I guess we need your blessing And I can tell you, I mean, we want to keep it as simple as possible. Right now, the ones that are involved is Fred Cameron, because he's overseeing it.
Yeah.
You have the facilities director of Newt High School and Middle School, Bob Adams, chairman of the school board, myself as the rec director, Jane Weymouth as the AD for the high school, and Pat Smith and Mr. Catwick would be the committee that would oversee the
Project.
raising of the money, the whole project
Yep.
from start to finish.
Yep.
And we
Well-
would want us to be the expending agents on the funds. And of course, they'll still have to, it'll be in the revolving account, so the commission would have to sign off on it. They're fully behind it. We discussed it the other night at their meeting.
Are you gonna have like a separate sub?
Yeah, it'll be a sub-account within
Yep.
the,
Okay.
yeah, within the revolving fund, just like my Arts in the Park is
Yep.
totally separate,
Yep.
and only money in, money out of that.
Yeah, no, I agree, that's where it should go. I think.
Yeah, it'd be too complicated to I just didn't think about it up front. There are complications. Matter of fact, Chris was the one, Jacobs, that pointed out it probably would not be a good idea to put it in the general fund. Just because there's no line allocated to take it back out once it goes in.
Correct, correct.
So, and that is exactly what our
Yep.
revolving fund is,
That's what it's set up for.
Yep. So what I
Well,
need.
you have my endorsement.
Yeah, no, first and foremost, I want to thank all you gentlemen for taking your time and
And Karen.
And Karen. Thank you, Tom, for taking your time for doing this for the children of Milton. It doesn't go unnoticed for all your hard work. And yeah, of course, you have my endorsement.
We need an official vote to
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you give me a vote?
Okay, I vote number 1 to officially endorse the project and for the Newt Girls Softball Team fundraiser calendar, and for the monies to go into the appropriate funds.
I will
for the
second.
committee to be the expending agent
Yes.
on the fund.
Yes.
And I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So these are for us?
No, they're not unless
Oh,
you give me $10.
All right.
I will print 100. I've already printed mine, but Jane Weymouth is also printing 100. She's gonna handle the school kids and stuff, and I will handle the rec department and selling the 100 on our end, and hopefully we'll go way above that, but to initially start out, that's what we're looking for. Yeah, and donations are still coming in, so we may have to do a second type of a raffle or something to give out the additional prizes that people are sending in.
Outstanding. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So do you put calendar numbers on these? or-
Yes, they will be marked, and there'll be a tracking sheet that goes.
So I was gonna give you $10 for one now.
You can be 01. You're 101.
I'll come up and let you officially mark it then. How's
Okay.
that?
Need my first sale.
Do you take credit card?
No.
I will
You
give
I
you
get my
10.
first 3 sales,
I will
awesome.
give you $10.
You got change for a 20? Oh, you got a 10 right there.
Yeah.
We'll
There you go.
go back.
Why don't you go up and mark the numbers on these? Let's fill them out.
I will after.
Thanks, Karen.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. Thank you. Up next, we have Celeste Gingras from Seacoast Eat Local RE Mobile Market. You are Celeste?
I am Celeste.
Before you speak, I just want to say that my son speaks very highly of you.
Oh,
Heath Gray, he's out of Somersworth. He asked me, he sent me a
Heath?
message. Heath, yes.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, he asked me, he says, you got her comment? He says, she is great.
Oh, that's nice.
So,
I'm doing something right. Would you like a
yeah.
pianist? Okay. So I am here representing Seacoast Eat Local, which is a nonprofit organization that connects local growers and farmers with consumers. Our
Yeah.
newest program, we have been lucky enough to join partnership with Harvard Pilgrim Health and New Hampshire Charitable Foundations with a program called the Mobile Market, which basically is a mobile farmers market, connecting access to people that would normally not be able to get to a farmer's market or get to any kind of local fruits and vegetables, eggs,
Mhm.
things like that. So what we're trying to do is get to areas that are heavily populated with people that have low access, either transportation, financial reasons, whatever that is, and we do our program in Stratford, Rockingham, and York County. So we are trying to hit areas like Rochester, Farmington, Milton, possibly Wakefield, and I would like to make the town beach a stop. Basically, there are a large amount of incentives for people that are on food stamps, formerly known food stamps, which is now SNAP.
Right.
That will have large incentives through this program. We are funded through a company, well, it's an organization, a federally state organization called Wholesome Wave that does a match for people who swipe their cards for up to $10. So if they have $10 on their card, they swipe their card, we give them $20 worth of goods. Then we've been privately funded through a philanthropist through the Seacoast who's given us money for a program called Close the Gap, which is that period of time at the end of the month where people no longer have any money left on their cards, and they will get an automatic $20 towards food on the truck or the bus. That will go towards, that won't cost them anything. So,
Okay.
so realistically, if somebody had $10 left on their card, at the end of the month, they could come up, swipe $10, and get $40 worth of money that they could spend on this truck.
Okay. Now, this truck is going to be stocked with,
Local fruits and vegetables coming from licensed and approved sources. Right now, what we're trying to do is get the food as locally as possible in the stops that we go to. So I'd be working with Mackenzie Farms, Shagbark Farms in Rochester, Two Toed in Lebanon. Right now, those are the three that I know
Yep.
for sure.
okay.
We may have bread, eggs, meat, veggies, fruits, because we will have a freezer and a refrigerator, and it's all gonna be licensed and
Sure.
approved by whatever compliance I
Right.
need for each individual town.
Right.
And insured.
And just kind of like scheduled stops at these?
Yeah, so basically my stops are gonna be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I haven't figured out logistically which is the best way to go, depending on where we're gonna be. And it will be probably a 90-minute, maybe 2 hours, depending on what the population is like and how
At
it's done.
at each location?
Yes.
Okay,
This program will not start till August 1st,
sure.
because we don't have the bus yet.
Right.
I'm waiting for it to come back with the graphics on it, but that's exactly what it's gonna look like.
Nice.
And I am the driver, by the way. I'm the mobile market coordinator.
That's awesome.
So it's a 3-year grant-funded program right now for us,
Yeah.
and we're hoping that it's successful and that we can move on in the future with it. Anyway, move on. Any questions? Anybody have?
Any questions from the audience?
I
Karen?
just wanna say I fully endorse this, I think it's awesome.
I do
I
too.
think it's gonna be awesome for the people that are, they're getting great food for cheap money, and it's gonna help them stretch their budgets, which is,
Yeah.
and the beach is the best location with that playground there, you'll get all kinds of families,
Mhm.
and that's the point of doing it.
And I realize it's across the street from the post office too, so.
Right,
And at the same time, it's not just for people that, are low income, it's open for anybody, but it's really gonna benefit them.
sure. That's awesome. I think it's great. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
You're looking for endorsement? Let's make a motion to endorse them, if that's what we desire.
All right, Chelsea, I'll make that officially the endorsement to have you join us at our town beach with Sam.
Yeah, Seacoast Area Mobile Market.
Yes.
We've officially named it.
Yep.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I look forward to it. I think it'll be a great program.
I look forward to seeing it work. Like I said, my son speaks very highly of you in this program, so he's familiar with it. That's great. Okay. The next two we're going to table again because we really hadn't had a chance to do anything with them. That's the code of conduct and ethics policies. We have not had a chance to do anything with them. Up after that, we have the boards and committees email policy that we looked at last meeting. And
Email and text.
what did I say?
Email. They're correctly resolved this function
Yeah, it says email policy on it.
right here. It's on your agenda, email text.
On the policy itself, it says email. We can change that and put text on it before we sign it then.
Yeah, 'cause it talks about telephone conversations.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
No, it does. It says boards and committees on the policy itself.
Yeah. So we have the corrected, have that word text in there.
Would it take more than 2 minutes to change that,
What do
Kathy?
you want me to do?
I'll show you. I don't know how we missed that.
Thank you, I don't have a meeting.
Email
Okay, yeah.
slash
Yeah.
text.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
So you want it to go just
Yeah.
like that and then text?
Yeah, like it shows right there.
All right.
Good catch, Mike. Basically, just let people know, what the policy states is boards, committees are not supposed to be talking to each other in a quorum format. No, it's, I'm just gonna use this board. I can't text or email Mike because that's a quorum. If you got 5 or more members, 2 members technically can do that, but the problem was that that second member could pass on to the third member, then the third member passed on to a fourth member. That becomes like a daisy chain, I think is the word.
Yep.
And so then it also, that becomes a quorum at that point. So it's basically saying, if you're going to email, text, do it to a staff member, let the staff member distribute it to the other members, and do it that way. And if a staff member sends out an email to all members, please do not hit reply to all. You know, because that would kind of defeat the whole purpose. Don't forget, I want 01, Karen.
Huh?
I want 01.
01, 101.
Unless it's like with the towns, right?
Yeah, unless it's with legal counsel. I mean, legal counsel, if it's a legal matter, and if it's an email or text that concerns a legal matter, and it has to be a legal matter, you can't just stick the town's attorney in there just to, to get around the system. It has to actually be a legal matter. Any questions on that from anyone? No?
Nope, so you need a motion to
Yeah,
approve
need a
this?
motion to approve it and sign it once we get the correct copy back.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to accept the boards and committees email / text policy as amended.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
amended again.
All right.
We can move on, right?
We can. Okay. While we're waiting for that to come in, we'll move on to Stratford Regional Planning Commission. We actually have 2 items to discuss here. The first one is the membership for 2017. First one is the membership of 2017. Basically, the Stratford Regional Planning Commission is presenting an invoice in the amount of $5,336.07, representing fiscal year 2017 dues. And that, but the next paragraph, if you will not be submitting payment, please sign the statement at the bottom of the letter in an email or mail it back. This is not in the 2015 budget. We are in the default budget, so we will have to be signing it and send it back.
Need a motion to have the chair sign it?
Yes,
I'll make a
yes.
motion to have the chair sign it.
I'll second it.
The no payment to, because it's not in the budget, for the Stratford Regional Commission.
You have a second?
Yeah, I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The next item we have for Stratford Regional is they need a member. Last year we had Mr. Brown as a representative for the Stratford Regional Planning, Stratford Metropolitan Plan Organization. And so I'm going to ask Mr. Brown if he wants to do it again this year.
I think it's useful to keep our foot in the door, as this is a committee that is statutory and does not require dues paid to participate. It is mildly useful. Much of the work has been centered on the more major population centers with more streets. So there has been nothing to report.
So-
If I understand what you just said, they are requesting payment for the 2016 year or the
No.
2017?
No, that's, we've already acted on that, and that,
I know, that's.
yeah,
but-
2017.
Yeah, you made the mistake of asking me to talk. They are requesting payment for 2017.
Correct.
Do you, at some time, since the budget committee will be working in terms of 2017, want to discuss to your convenience the idea of services they provide to put a line item into the prospective budget?
Once we come to the budget process, we'll,
Yeah.
that's always in there to discuss. So it will be again this year to discuss, there's no guarantees one way or another there. But my question is, did you want to be the representative for the town of Milton?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you, Larry.
yes, thank you.
Thanks.
Sign my document.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
I give it to you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if it's. Appointing official, that'd be the three of us.
She's the chair, right? Or is it-
No, all three's gonna sign it. Bob Merrick is gonna show tonight. Bob Merrick.
Thank you.
Okay. That's done. Address Primex Contribution Assurance Program. And this has got to do with workers' compensation program. Anyone hear from Primex? No? Okay. Just want to check before we jump into it. Basically, what they're offering us is to cap this out through the year 2019 at no more than a 10% increase, which is 2% over 2016. We're at 8% increase. So it's insurance program cap, yes. 2015, just for a numbers, 2015 member contribution was 66,278. 2016 member contribution was 62,611. So I mean, it can go less than 10%, but it will be no more than that. And it could go down like it shows. So need a motion to
Are we
either.
looking at different insurance companies at one time?
This is the workers' comp.
Yeah.
Yeah, run by Primex.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make that motion to accept their offer of the cap over the years of 17 to 19, 2019. Does the chair just need to sign that?
Yes.
And to have
Yep.
the chair sign?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. There you go. Thank you. Okay. Up next, we need to review the contract for Joanne Smith, who is our financial
Director, yeah.
director.
Yep.
Everything's the same as last year, even the price, I think. Everything the same as last year, I believe. It looked at me.
I believe so, yes.
Even the price at $55
An hour, yeah.
yeah, per hour.
She's proven to be a real asset to the department heads downtown here.
Yes, I
Done a lot of
agree.
work.
Yep. So-
Need a motion for you?
Need a motion to accept the contract and to see how many signatures we need on it. We all need to sign it, so accept the contract and sign.
Okay, so I'll make that motion to accept Joanne Smith / Stonehill Municipal Solutions. How do I put this? If it's still the same. If it's not, then.
Yeah, professional service agreement.
Yep, then it will need to come back to the board for review. But if there's no changes, we'll accept it as written. The contract.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. go. Approval of the minutes. Let's get that signed.
Tom, on this insurance, health insurance buyback,
Yeah, we're gonna discuss that before we go into the minutes? Are you gonna have it on selectmen's?
no,
was gonna-
we need to discuss this, cause these figures are wrong, I'm just seeing.
Okay, yeah. Kim would know about the figures
All right.
and for the health and maybe Kathy could shed some
Yeah,
light.
no, so on this insurance buyback, I was just looking this over, and, to be paid out each year, you have $3,796. Actually, it was 3,000.
I'm sorry, say that again?
That was, you have here, it's my recommendations, the buyback should be paid out, over each pay period of, the buyback is, you have here is $3,796.
That's the 35%.
Right, I think that's how
Board
she
had wanted.
calculated.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not 35%, is what I'm saying. It's 30%. This was changed with Kathy. Remember Kathy?
We did it both ways that
Yeah.
way. And then 30% is the, no, I told him to use 35,
Yeah,
but you adopted the 30.
right.
Okay.
That's
So
fine.
if you
And
just
I'll have to
change,
change
just
figures.
change that, yeah,
Yeah.
no problem. I
Okay.
I think
appreciate
Kim
it.
had asked me too, and I think I said the 35, so I
Yeah.
thought that
Yeah.
was.
But no, that was my mistake too. 'cause
Oh,
I
okay, it's
done it-
Kathy's mistake.
Blame
Yeah.
me, blame it on Kathy. Because I done it out both ways that night. I did 35 and I did 30.
Right,
Okay.
okay, all right, thanks. So,
Okay.
so are you looking for signatures tonight? Because we've already.
No,
Oh,
it's just a
okay.
draft.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we've already, yeah.
So I think we got till the end of July to get this in place anyway, so not that we wanna wait till the last minute, but, we got a little bit of time. Okay.
Do you have any other stuff, or is this?
Yes. I'm gonna do this one.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on to the minutes then if we want.
Okay.
Approve the minutes.
Okay, we've already approved May 16th and May 18th. We're looking for June 1st,
Mhm.
special meeting minutes.
Yep,
And have you guys read it?
I have.
Okay, so, I make a motion to accept the June 1st, 2016 public session special meeting minutes. And what do you guys think? I don't think this should be sealed.
No,
So,
no.
release these.
It was an open
minutes.
meeting, so.
Yep.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Oh, yes, on my own copy. That's why. Thanks.
Okay, so moving on to the June 6th, 2016 public session meeting minutes. You guys read these?
Yes.
Any questions?
It's all good.
So we did change it, so it was here, and now it needs to be here. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
so
same.
It's a minor typo thing.
Something needs to be changed to me.
It's just that we got the email text in one section, but just the email in another,
It's right here.
Okay.
so.
So I'll make that motion to accept the June 6, 2016 public session meeting minutes as written, as amended. It's gonna change that word. And it's only one word.
On the second page. so we can sign those and just make the amendment?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
as long as everybody's in agreement with that. You have a second on that, Andy?
Yes, sir. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You get the other minutes over there?
Yep, right here.
Okay. Thank you. Now we got June 6th non-public. Second session's the only one I got.
Second and third. Okay, on the June 6th, there's first session, second session, and third session. So the first session is a non-public minute meetings. You guys read these?
Not me, because I'm not in part
Oh,
of it.
yeah, Andy? Yeah, it's just me and you.
Yep.
On what session, is it second?
I was-
First.
Okay, you're doing the first session? Yep, all right. Yep.
So the only question, Andy, is whether we release or any part of this or seal the entire thing.
Well, thing is, I think.
I mean, it's only, it's part of an interview.
Yeah, this, I think it should be sealed.
Okay, I agree. Seal for what, 1 year?
Sure.
Okay, I make a motion to accept the non-public first session meeting minutes of June 6, 2016, and to seal them for 1 year.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Do you want to sign those?
Yep.
I will abstain.
Okay, the June 6, 2016, non-public second session, meeting minutes. I'll make a motion to accept them and to seal these indefinitely.
Yeah, they were already sealed indefinitely,
Okay.
so it just says previously
As
sealed.
previously sealed. Right, yep.
Need a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
I don't know. It's,
For 1 year, like we did the first one.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, we're right down to third session, June 6, 2016, third session, meeting minutes, and motion to approve them, and as briefly sealed for 1 year.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
All, I said all in favor?
Yeah.
And I'll abstain.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, is this the one?
And that's the second session one. That's indefinite.
I want to thank all the department heads. They've been really, these people downtown here have been helping us a great deal with the absence of the TA. They've been doing a fabulous job down
Yes.
here.
Okay. So, do you have June 8th? I don't have anything on June 8th.
No,
Okay, we had nothing on June 8th.
no.
I have non-public minutes for June.
Mike
See,
and
I
Andy,
didn't get
Mike and
it.
Andy only, so it's
Yeah.
handed on.
It's sealed.
The envelope, please.
Well, that's, I'd say seal it for a year.
Yep, same thing. I agree. That's what we need to discuss there. Okay. Moving on. For June 8th. This says June 1st.
The one she just handed you?
Yeah,
What's
What
the
did-
envelope say that you just opened?
Says 8th.
yeah.
There's 2 minutes in there, 2 meetings in there, is it? No?
No, it's one.
All right, I'll bring them back to.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to just accept them and
No, let her
with
correct
the
it
correction
first.
of just the date? We can
I
do
didn't
that,
do
can't
these, so I don't know what,
we can do that.
I'll look
can't
into it.
You
Okay.
can, as long as it's just the date that's wrong. If you know what the meeting's about. I mean, where I wasn't there, I couldn't help you with that, so.
Right, I know what the meeting's about.
Are the minutes accurate on what the meeting's about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Okay,
just the
then
date's
you,
wrong.
then you can accept it and just correct the date, if that's all it is.
Okay, so I'll make a motion
that's
to
what you
accept
choose.
the June 8th minutes,
I'm gonna seal them for a year.
seal them for a year, and with a correction to the date.
Second on that?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I will abstain. Okay, moving on, expenditure report. Anything, guys?
I did, you know, in light of someone who's been tracking this,
Mhm.
looks pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, there may be some housekeeping issues here and there, but other than that,
We are currently at 23% used,
yep,
so I mean,
It's good.
yeah, it's
yes,
really good.
it's good.
Yeah.
I think it's good. So. Okay, selectmen comments. Andy?
I was gonna thank Pat, he's gone though, for, we had some new benches that were donated, some new picnic tables, for the, town beach that were donated and put in. Pat, went out of his way to get them into the ground, along with some benches, that were donated down there. It really looks nice at the town beach, and it's really being used, so I'll tell you what a great asset to have that, you know, all those.
Yeah.
So Bob's here. I was just going to ask you any updates on the European Naiad.
Actually, that's what he's here to talk about.
It's not in the.
Yeah.
A little bit along that line, it's mostly for another thing, but yeah, I will update you on that.
Yep.
You want me to do it now?
Yeah, sure, if you want to know.
Okay. Well, as you know, we're having you may have seen the town, by the way, it's Bob Myrick from Lakeside. We have a meeting on Wednesday at 6:30, and it's an informative for the public, whoever wants to show up and get the lowdown as to what's going on with the NIAID and what's being done by both DES and DEP, and what the plan is. Figure it's about an hour and a half. Both Lori Callahan is going to speak and give a slide presentation to the public and answer questions, along with Norm Turgeon, who's our past president. Basically, they've done the surveys now a couple of times, and they have started finding growth, and the NIAID has, to the one area that they've really looked to see if, they're just looking to see how big the plants are, before they start working on getting rid of them. And so far, they're fairly small, but their potential is that they'll start really growing in the next few weeks. There looks as though there's a much larger patch in the channel now than what was first reported from last year. So it is clearly has spread from last year in a bigger format, but we don't know. A full survey will be done in the coming week and a week and a half. The expectation right now is sometime in July that the divers will start going out and pulling. And that's basically the synopsis. What I'm here for is two reasons. If you want me to bring them up or not, is now the time or not?
Well, the other one, we should bring up on other business.
Okay.
The other thing is this email. I did get your email, by the way.
Okay.
But I said can't do anything to.
I understand.
Yeah.
But it's about that and
Yep.
the other. But as far as the NIAID, that's pretty much that's very in a nutshell where we are with it. Both DES and DEP are going to be picking up the bill this year for all the work that's done. And they already have a mooring for at Mighty Joe, and what I'm here also is about the disposal of the materials. So.
In fact, you can bring it up on the public comments, which is before other business. So.
Okay, whichever.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, thanks, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
Hey, Larry, do you have anything about the library? About Mills? I know. Do you want to talk anything about the library?
Do I have anything about the library?
Yeah, do you have any
I know-
updates about the construction or phase 2 or?
Oh,
I mean-
I do have, Larry Brown. Les did send me a memo, actually, to my executive staff, which said basically that we are looking for a replacement because I understand that the financial is not good. As to the details of that was the second piece of paper slowly detailing where we are. And I'm sorry, I did not read that, so I can't tell you what it said. But it will be Pat's wonderful problem to find out where we stand and how the details of the window work and the tower work will be done. I'm sorry, I don't have.
No, I'm just curious
I
if
didn't
you.
know this would be quick.
Sorry to put you on the spot. Really, that's all I have.
Mike?
Yep. So first and foremost, I'm looking forward to the Milton Economic Development Committee, and I want to supply you with a letter of interest from Justin Avery. He's with us tonight. I'd like to introduce him to you. He'd like to join the team on the Economic Development Committee. He's brought some, on his first visit to our meeting, he brought some wonderful ideas about programs that are going on that could benefit us.
And you work for the State of New Hampshire Division of Economic Development, which is a huge asset.
Yeah. That was just an email from me
Yep.
to him.
Yeah, that's this one. Just get a motion? Good point.
We'll make that motion to accept Justin Avery's letter of interest for the Economic Development Committee. And so welcome. Thank you very much for your interest in our town today.
Are there openings on that now?
Yeah.
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 Okay, and to appoint then, you want to appoint them, and we'll just have to get the paperwork to swear you in at some point, or you can swear him in.
At the next,
Yeah, you can swear him in.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's
I'll
fine.
second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Welcome aboard, yeah,
Welcome.
thank you for your interest, and welcome aboard.
Okay, the fire department, we should for all the financial stuff, but now that the project itself, I think all the plumbing is done. I don't know Nick, when are they planning on pouring that floor? Because I know that they want to work on the platform there. Are they near that, or are they still doing some interior work?
Electrical underground started today, and as that kind of progresses through, they're backfilling behind them.
Yep.
And at the end of the week, they plan on pouring the slab on the south side
Yep.
and over the cistern.
Yeah.
Then they have to do the floor and the apparatus, but that'll be some more work, and they'll pour that the middle slab.
So it'll be 3 pours altogether, yeah. Me and Nick had walked up the site.
Mhm.
It's making a lot of good progress. Still exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, next I wanna, tomorrow night we have a budget committee meeting. And there will be, I wanted to send out a reminder. There's gonna be, all the department heads will be getting an email to start their budget
Yep.
process.
Yep.
So start to expect those emails to go out, start preparing your budgets, okay? Start to work on them. Okay, and another thing I have, did you guys get a copy of this right here in your packet?
Yeah, Lowe's, yep.
Yeah, this is just one, we have to get more of them. And
Right.
I'm gonna ask for some comment out here too. I think I've been touching base on this in and out for a long time, but it's about this carpet
Carpet.
right here. And all
In
throughout the whole
the building,
place.
yeah.
Yeah, and we had gotten a quote to look at this floor, to rip up the carpet and look at something else to put down. Right now, it's a laminate floor. Throughout I don't know if this was done by someone who's not here anymore, so I need to look into a little further, but I'm not sure if it does the platform out back here. But I know it was definitely all the carpet in this room, which is the TA's office, that back cafeteria area, and the entire open area. There's 2 open areas out here. So, I guess, now to the crowd here, what do you think this should go on a ballot? Because it's going to be about, it looks like between $9,000 to $10,000 to do this whole thing over. You think the people should vote on this? We have the money in the budget to do this. Any comments out there? What do you think we should do?
I think it should be voted on.
Should be voted on?
Fair enough.
Raised and appropriated?
Why are we looking at a laminate though?
It's durable. Some of the lamps they have now are waterproof.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, once you get wet and they
Yeah.
become slippery, with people snow, ice on their feet.
Right. Well, we have carpets out there. Not, don't take that wrong. Take carpet out just to put carpet back, right? No, just some carpet strips when you walk in the door. I think we have some now.
Some runners.
Yeah. In fact, I think they do that in the wintertime anyway, to keep the traffic off the regular carpet anyway.
Right. That'd be my only fear about a laminate of some, or anything like that, is the floors can become slippery if you get ice
Well,
and snow.
anything that-
Well, you,
rug would be.
you definitely don't want to put rug back down.
Right. Anything but a
No.
rug would be slippery.
Yeah. Mr. Brown?
Good. Larry Brown, 2 things come to mind. The specifications for the wear layer of the laminate and the problems with click and lock laminate are the same as you get with trying to repair the sag line on a rug. If you cannot insert a damaged panel without taking the entire floor apart, you're no better off than a damaged carpet.
Right.
So
We have,
there should be a way to compensate for wear by purchasing the additional 10%, have somebody know where it is, have a commercial grade of wear, a 15-year commercial wear warranty.
so lifetime.
And an ability to break out broken spots.
Right.
Well, this is just preliminary. I mean, Mike has been working on this, but,
Yeah.
I mean, it's got duct tape out, it's got,
Staples.
Duct
you know,
tape, staples.
Yeah.
so we're just looking, but
And I know that we had some tests done, some environmental testing, I think, or some testing here, but I'm telling you, serious as a heart attack, as soon as that heat comes on, along with this carpet, just everybody in this townhouse here, is not feeling well.
It is not the best air quality.
Right.
Right.
This rug
Yeah.
is very old and it's not clean, no
Yeah.
matter how hard they try.
Right, and they have to work here, you know.
Right.
You might want to check the internet for the qualities of the laminate and environmental hazards from the composition of the laminate itself. But who keeps track?
Okay. Okay, yeah,
Okay, so
take,
Any, Mr. Marique?
You might want to keep the CIP in mind if you're thinking about a warrant article. And the criteria of the CIP, in fact, that the timeframe has already gone by for projects for this time of year.
so that we wouldn't be able to get it on there until the following year, so it'd be 2018.
If you want to follow the criteria set forth by the
Yeah.
planning, the
CIP.
planning board and the capital improvements plan.
Yeah, that's an awful long way. I don't think we could do 2 more years of carpet here.
But you can check with
Bruce?
Woodruff
Yeah.
on the status of that, and then as far as the specifics of it, but something to keep in mind.
Right.
You have a budget meeting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a workshop tomorrow to discuss the CIP also. So, I'll bring this up to Bruce. Yeah, Mr. Brown?
Oh, thank you. And there, from what Nick just said, there is nothing that would prevent you from putting on a straw poll advisory opinion of the town, which would give them a heads up for the expense if you wish to draw those funds from an existing budget line available in the year. And that way you would have feedback, and it would be from funds already committed, already
Right.
available.
Yeah. So, let me ask you this, Larry. Do you have any suggestions on other flooring?
No, the laminate is good. It's a, I'm sure that laminate is out there that probably has a surface that is available. I personally installed click and lock laminate flooring for my daughter's business down in New York State,
Mhm.
and had no reaction from the insurance people handling it as to a slip hazard.
Right. Yeah. This also is the commercial heavy traffic floor.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, to wait 2 more years on.
This is
Yeah.
awful, yeah, and I know,
Yeah.
I hear you. It's,
I'm just saying, yes.
yeah, no, I hear you.
It's the expense.
But I don't know, these, I'm telling you right now, that I've seen these department heads, I mean, all the workers here, as soon as that heat kicks on,
Yeah.
they start stirring up all kinds of stuff. And look at the floor, we got it stapled there, I'm not sure it could last 2 more years.
I didn't know there was duct tape, like I said.
Yeah, no, out there it's all
duct tape,
Yeah.
staples.
Yeah.
That's
But I don't know what's in our, what Pat has in the building and grounds, his
We
budget.
have,
See.
look at the
Let's see.
TAs, look at the TAs.
Let me see what Pat's got in government buildings first.
And plus, I don't know what he has going on either. I mean,
Right.
he might have projects himself that
Yeah.
he's doing. I mean, I don't know.
Can I ask a question, please?
Sure.
Since people are getting sick from it and anything, can it be expedited because of health reasons? Or exposure to maybe gases that are being released?
Lynette McDougal. Name.
You
Want to give her
know-
your name?
Oh, I'm sorry, Lynette McDougal?
Well, I know
Well,
we've had quality air, testing done, and they did bring the rug up. But,
I'm only
I just
saying
know
that
that-
at a company that I worked at, the same thing happened. and they found out that gases were being released from the park itself.
Yeah, we'd have to check
People
with
were
Pat on
getting
that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just look into it, you know,
Okay, we'll bring it up at the next
because
meeting.
we'll have
Yeah.
to get a couple more quotes anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, we'll have to do some digging for the monies to find out where we can get it, if we can get it.
well, maybe we can start a calendar.
Yeah. But no, I agree, Mike. I mean, it's time.
Well overdue.
Yeah, it's time.
So we'll discuss at the next meeting.
Okay. Can you
Okay,
just make a note that we'll bring this up next meeting, please. Thank you. Anything else, Mike?
Yep, the Rex program. This is from May, so it's May 1st, I thought it was the end of April, but it's May 1st
May
to May
30.
30th, right. And so far, fuel costs have been $3,838.42. And the savings total this month, just this month, were $2,232.
Nice.
Yep. So the program is working.
Yeah.
Paid off.
Yep, it really is.
Probably saved 10 grand
Yeah.
on gas.
Yep.
So whose computer is that?
This is the town.
Okay. So that's the one Dana Smith uses?
Yes.
Okay. And that's tied up a lot, right?
Yes.
Okay. By the way, we need it's been posted, another recording clerk
Yes.
for both BOS
And budget.
And budget, yeah. So I guess we'll wait and see who fills that. But you can't have somebody bring their own equipment in. Otherwise, we will probably be responsible for their equipment, not knowing what it is. And this being tied up as much as it is, but we're not gonna go into discussion about any of that right now, so we'll wait till we get a recording clerk
Yep.
before we even look at something like that. So, I think, that's it.
Okay. I had some stuff I was gonna bring up, but I didn't write up, so I don't have it, but I do have, next, in July, the first Monday in July is a holiday. What day do we wanna have the meeting? It's the 4th, first Monday.
Just Tuesday, we normally just do it the next day.
That's gonna be a, planning board meeting.
Okay, how about downstairs?
Because I was gonna say we can push it back to the next following Monday. Usually just try to keep them on the Monday if we can.
And then push the next one to the other?
Yeah.
Or just have them one after another?
Either way.
That doesn't make any difference to me.
So that would be the 11th and 25th, 11th and 18th.
Well, the 11th and the 18th would be
It'd
only
be
a
week
week
to week.
apart.
Yeah, I know. So we can do 11th and 25th. That would
Okay.
mean the first meeting in August. God, I hate to think we're already talking about August. Is the first.
If we did the 25th, do we be right back into that same cycle because the first Monday of the...
Of August is the first.
Right,
So that put us just a week for the,
right, so
Yeah.
either way, we're gonna do it.
yeah, either way, you're gonna have 2 meetings, so they're gonna be a week apart.
Yeah.
So you wanna do 11th and 25th? Mike?
Sure.
I'm in.
Andy? Okay, so you can make note. Okay, follow up on a couple things I brought up, Bob, I think you brought up about the paper and that's going into the transfer station. And I talked to Pat about that, and he says we're right on target with that. What he said is that's just industry standards, about 40% of the trash is paper. He says we're nowhere near that in Milton, so we're good on that. Actually, he did say we're doing very good at recycling stuff. It was brought up to look into a cover for the video console behind me. I talked to Kathy. Kathy's researching that now to find something that we could get put over that to keep the dust out of it. And Doug, I think you had brought up about the status on dilapidated buildings. That Brian, the dilapidated buildings. Was it you? I thought it was you. Okay, anyway, someone did. And Brian, I talked to him about that. He has put in a second cease and desist on the one next to Cumberland Farms with a time frame. If they don't respond within 30 days, that we're going to start doing something, either take it down, send them a bill. If they can't pay the bill, we put a lien on the property. So, and the one on Bowling Road is posted. He doesn't think we have much jurisdiction over that one, because where it is posted, no one can get onto the property anyways. It's not supposed to be, so it's not a hazard to the community. And
Young kids could, they pay no attention
I
to
know,
those signs.
I know,
So, I mean,
I know.
a barrier is one thing, but just a no trespassing sign.
I know.
Can you just send a registered letter to the owner of the property?
On the
on
Bowling Road, I think he's already gave them a cease and desist, but he says it doesn't think he can go any further than that, because we don't think we have any legal action on it.
Probably don't.
Yeah, and that's because it is posted. I mean, they covered themselves by posting the property. And I agree with Mike when he says, you know, kids don't read posted signs. They can go on and they'll just do what they want. So, I think our hands are tied on that one, but we'll just keep a close eye on it. Okay, public comments. You're up, Bob.
Okay, thank you, Bob Merrick again. I'm here primarily to ask a request for the town. The state has started an aquatics prevention program of getting issues of NIAID, milfoil, all the invasives. And they're basically trying to start a program where all the public ramps, and this is third-hand information I'm getting, I wasn't at the meetings, but that eventually a lot of the public ramps are going to have wash stations. And so TBPA is asking, and we've agreed that the town needs to put in basically a rinse, just for anybody who's coming out. We are now a potential hazard for other lakes. People who leave our lake are potentially going to be carrying the seeds of NIAID.
Well, would you ask that people coming in rinse their boats as well?
They
I mean,
are
could bring-
supposed to. We can start our own program if you wanted to. If we had a wash station, to rinse it before they launch, which
Right.
would be my preference.
Yeah.
But I think, that may be, you're putting a burden on them to say,
Yeah, wait.
rinse before and rinse after, basically. And the state's going to be serious about it because they're spending a whole lot of money now on other lakes for all kinds of reasons, and they're squawking. There's not going to be a whole lot of money. Now, we have both DES and DEP, DES from Maine and DEP from New Hampshire, helping us this year. Next year, there's going to be no money for us. We're going to have to go for grants, and hopefully the group will do it. What we want for just this, our request, TPPAs, is to be able to just have a designated area with a hose, and in the request there, you'll see that there's basically, TPPA put up the cost of a hose, we'll pay for the signage and the posts for the signage. If the town can give us a designated area, give us a point to hook up a hose, and we will, be responsible for making sure that the hose stays, in good shape. It's not leaking all the time, kind of thing, or if it does get damaged. But we need a station where when they pull out, it's away. And my personal preference, and I've already approached Karen about this, that somewhere on the upside of the bath area,
Mhm.
that bathhouse. If we could get water there, and had a spigot that got turned on in the morning and turned off at night. And if we had a good quality hose with a good quality nozzle on it. And all we're asking for is to rinse off the boat and the trailer and wash out the, any live wells. Because that's the real issue.
We would have to direct traffic one way. Because
No,
the
no,
boat, the boats could either go to the right, go on that side of the bathhouse, or you can go to the left and go down to the,
My feeling is if you just pulled behind, there won't be that many in a row that are, unless it's a tourney, going in. If it's a tournament, that's a different matter that, but quite frankly, I would hope that the fishermen are much more amenable because they're the ones that, they want the lakes clean.
right.
But my feeling is that the ideal spot is somewhere right along that edge, right next to the thing, and you could have, if you just had one designated area with a hose, you could hose it off. That's one request, and I'm just giving you the other. We have the DSDP going to start pulling in sometime early or mid-July. And we don't have any clue as to how many weeks. Now, Mighty Joe and the Marie family has done, agreed to moor their boat, that they're gonna be taking this stuff and offloading and gave us a spot for us to offload. I'm approaching you guys to see if Pat, I know that we don't have a composting area, but it's just plant debris that has no toxic stuff. Now, compost it, great, but I was, it's gonna be coming in 4 or 5 days a week, and it could be a barrel, it's gonna be in barrel, they're gonna put it in
Right.
barrels as they get it, take it off the truck at the Mighty Joe, off the boat. And then we need to do something with it. I don't want to burden Mighty Joe with that. They should not bear the responsibility for it.
Well, you're talking about the stuff they
Yes.
eradicate from the water itself?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Right now, we're taking everything with the Barron Brothers.
Right, I don't know why we couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Just, we have,
Yeah.
we're disposing of our leaves, brush, things like that, through two Barron Brothers right now.
Okay, I
We could
didn't
do-
know that.
Yeah, we could do the same thing with that, just,
We have no idea what the quantity is.
Well, the problem is, what Bob is saying is, for one, they charge over there, right?
So we have a dinner charge by the barrel. It's a yearly charge.
It's a yearly charge, so
It's
anybody can-
one-time cost, yes.
Okay.
Well, here's just a thought, and I'm not, Pat and the gentleman that runs the dump could tell you.
yeah.
If you had a space for composting,
We don't,
No.
okay. But I said if you did,
right.
then you could have people would, I know when I lived in Massachusetts, would go to the dump and you could get bags full of great compost and take it home and it was terrific.
Unfortunately, it's such a process.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna judge that, I'm just
We
saying.
just don't have the manpower to fulfill a compost pile,
Yeah, to turn it and
unfortunately.
everything,
I know what it
process
takes to compost, and it's a lot of work,
Okay.
But I
Nick, you had
would,
your hand up.
Did you ask my father yet?
Yes.
About dumping the stuff there?
Oh, well, we're not dumping anything, it'll be in barrels, number one, and he understands that it was gonna be offloaded there.
But the actual removal of the barrels, are they staying in barrels or is it going into a compost pile?
Well, it was gonna be, what I'm coming here to ask them is, can they truck the stuff away? So your father isn't taking the responsibility of having to deal with it.
Right.
I don't want him and your mom to deal with it, quite frankly.
Huh? Yeah.
And that's not fair.
Yeah, no, I
We
understand.
should be able to accommodate this.
But I
Yeah.
think if we don't have another
I
solution, they
mean,
might be willing to.
It is our lake.
I'm sure they will, but I'm
So,
I'm
I think we
exploring
should just take the
the
stuff,
possibility.
put
I
it
don't-
out back, out there.
I see it, Mighty
Yeah,
Joe,
you know
as
much
doing
problems this
the
thing
town
causes?
an enormous favor of just mooring the boat and just allowing us to off.
Bob, what we'll do is
Yeah.
we'll talk to Pat.
Right.
Okay,
There's,
we'll
there's
figure
no
it
reason
out.
why we can't figure it out.
Okay.
Take care of it.
I worry about, the goodwill that his father and
Yeah.
that group has
Mhm.
done for us has been huge.
Sure.
And he's gonna put his own wash station in, and he's not even asking for any help for that, for all the boats that he
Right.
launches. So this is basically what I have, and, and the last thing I wanted to give to you is, this is the notice on the NIAID, talk on. They're also approaching, gonna do the same one in Lebanon. So those are my two things.
Yeah, so we'll
What's
talk
the process on that?
We'll talk to
Yeah.
Pat, we'll figure out where, we'll figure it out.
How to
There's a place
dispose of it. I
How to
mean, it's-
dispose of it, so
I
you
agree.
don't have to worry
It shouldn't
about
have
it.
to dump it over on their property over there, so we can take it in barrels and.
I'm sure
yeah.
he'd be glad to do it if we
Yeah.
asked him to, but I feel
Yeah,
it's.
no, he's, like I say, he's done,
inappropriate.
I think he's done a
Yeah.
lot. And, we can take it in the barrels and dispose of it somehow, somewhere. We'll check with Pat to find out what's the easiest way.
And on the wash station, I mean, you have my blessing,
Yeah.
to put a wash station, of course. I can call Pat tomorrow if you want me to, and figure out, you can meet with Pat and figure out where the best place.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming that it's Karen I had to go through, and when I went to her, and she was okay, but it depends on what you guys said. It all depended on.
Well, no, we need it, so, yeah, actually, get together with Karen, I forgot, yeah, just get together with her, and, figure out where you're gonna put the wash station. And get it in. Okay.
I tried digging, the other thing is, I tried digging in my little letter there, that I tried digging a hole there, that's the boniest soil on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
I mean, we should be able to.
Do not just go and put a
Yeah.
shovel in the ground at the town beach, because it can't happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so.
We
if
should be able to
put-
pull water off of the bathroom house
Yeah.
to run a hose up the
I think it
hill.
would be simple, if we can get
Yeah.
a real long hose,
Mhm.
and, the posts, we just get a 6x6 and put real metal signs so that they won't be destroyed.
Mhm.
And I would have the approval of you and Karen and whoever, of what we say on the signs, okay?
Yep.
Sure.
Awesome.
Don't mind.
Thanks, Bob. I'm good with that. Lynette?
I mean, number one, where does that runoff water go that comes off of somebody else's boat outside of our lake?
Well, I'm sorry, I don't understand the
Maybe I'm
question.
not saying it right, okay, I don't know. The runoff water, when they rinse off their boat?
Yes.
Where does that water go?
Well, in pulling it off there, it's far enough off the lake, it's going to go into the ground. And the chances of anything actually making it to the lake, that's why I was saying at the upper level, above and behind
There is no runoff that'll happen or anything?
not very unlikely, because first of all, you're talking about 100 feet or
Mhm.
more.
Oh, okay.
Okay, from that point to the water itself. And secondly, it's a flat area, and it's not there's not a runoff issue that I saw. When I looked at it, that's a concern. And because it's bony and very sandy soil, everything pretty much percolates straight down through. And we talked about that, and as, getting it far enough. Now, anything that comes out of our lake,
Right.
I'm not as worried, because if it goes back in, it was our problem to begin with. We allowed this to get in here and didn't see it.
Right.
As I said, there's the informational.
But we're all in the same boat, no
Oh,
pun
yeah.
intended.
Yeah. Right?
I'll take it that way.
Right.
Larry, have your hand up?
But, yeah, I'm sure if you see the highway projects, there are wonderful improvements on the silt barriers, which is basically a round veil of straw, which would be sufficient for catching anything that would be going back
Right.
through
Huh?
a rinse
Yep.
area.
Erosion
That's a
control,
good
right?
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secondly, under the topic of health, safety, and welfare of the town, and that a private benefit may be provided if it is incidental to the public welfare and good. And thirdly, that the town is not required by one action to extend that action to any other group. The area to the direct northwest of the pass-through for the recycling could be used as a dump area for that stuff from the lake. Because why not?
Just an FYI, that in either case, and to reassure you and your father and the town, from what we're told by DES and DEP, when once it starts to dry out, even if it's damp, it has virtually no smell. Okay. From that standpoint.
Yep.
And there's nothing toxic about it other than the fact that it's annoying and could destroy our lake.
Right.
And the quantities are as yet unknown, and this could be one more brilliant idea shot down by reality.
Well, the way I look at it is them 3 ponds are everything to this town, okay? It's not just Bob's problem, it's our problem as well. So, you know, the way I see it is we're responsible to get rid of that stuff. That's my own opinion, and I think that's, you know, the way I see it, so.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Anyone else? Public comments? Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Your hand up again.
Larry Brown for the Budget Committee, and also to chime in on what you were saying for the work that the town staff is doing. Thanks to Dana Smith for changing the date on the Budget Committee meeting for tomorrow night. And I just wanted to thank and heads up for Jennifer Ham and Abigail Rooney. We are still working on the same agenda that we had back in April, which is election of officers and seating of new members. And so they are welcome to come. I hope to have an informal discussion. We do not have 2 vacancies. I appreciate them both for sending in their letters of interest.
Thank you.
I'll be providing a handout for Jennifer Ham tomorrow night for the budget committee.
Okay. All right. Anyone else? Doug?
No, mainly I came for one issue, because it's the one that I was concerned about. When will I see a resolution on the issue that I brought up?
On
Because I'm getting, every 2 weeks, I'm getting 2 weeks older. I'm not gonna last forever.
We'll make sure you have a resolution before you go. Not today, not tonight, before you go.
Before I leave, okay.
Yeah, yeah, but no, we will get to it, just we hadn't had a chance to do anything with it.
All right, thank you
So,
very much.
all right, thanks, Doug. Anyone else? Yes.
Hi, my name is Louise LaPlante, and I live over at 147 St. James Ave.
Yes.
And I've got an issue with a problem with the code enforcement not taking place. I've got my notes here. On April 12th, I came down and spoke with Brian Boyer concerning a shed at 148 St. James that is sitting on my easement. I was told by Brian Boyer they were notified that it would give them 2 weeks. There was no permit pulled, and it does not have the proper setbacks. So that was 4/12. He said 2 weeks. Numerous emails, phone calls to Brian Boyer. I get no response whatsoever. Nothing. Like I get nothing back. The property owners, they submitted their permit on 5/27, which was 7 weeks after Brian Boyer supposedly spoke with them. The preliminary approval was 5/31, and it noted that it did need the proper setbacks. It's still sitting on my easement, and I don't know how long I'm supposed to wait. You know, if there's any time frame, if there's any consequence to their action, I don't know.
I think we talked about that earlier tonight, didn't we, Kathy?
Well, we have had discussion with the town attorney.
Yep.
And he has, explained the right of way and everybody's rights to it. The gentleman she's talking about has submitted a building permit. He has not picked it up as of yet. Brian has been in contact with him. He does not live in town. Also, Norway Plains is actually doing a survey of his lot right now to prove and establish the lines there. And after talking to Jim, he also said that Eastern, I think it's Eastern Propane, they will come in and they will, there's a gas tank up there that is questionable too, and that this will be looked at and moved. And I have talked to Norway Plains, and yes, they are doing a survey up there.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
I've gotten no response
Yeah,
from
no,
anybody, so I
I
appreciate
did.
that.
I talked to them on Friday to
Okay.
make sure, because I had seen an email, and I wanted to make sure that was being done. So there is things in the
Okay,
works right now.
and I appreciate that, I've been in the dark.
Okay.
So,
That's all right.
that's great news, because the property is up for sale, and when somebody goes to see the property, they see these things, and then it gives the false impression of, oh, this is where, you know, this is what I'm buying, when it's really not what they're purchasing. So that's all good news, thank you.
Okay. We're still going to get that letter from Jim?
Pardon me?
We're still going to get that letter from Jim?
And I'm going to get a letter from Jim explaining the state's rulings on right-of-ways,
Yep.
public right-of-ways, and
Yep.
things like that. Yeah.
Yep, okay, good. Anyone else? Not seeing any. I'm going to close public comments, but I do want to make one statement. This has got to do with the, that Bob had just given us, and everybody's aware of it, just want to say it for the camera, that, I'll read it, learn about European Naiad invasive aquatic plant on Milton Three Ponds and what's being done about it. Open to the public. 22 June 2016, 6:30 p.m. at the Newt High School cafeteria, 22 Elm Street, Milton, New Hampshire. June 23, 2016 at 6:30 p.m. Martha Sawyer Community Library, 53 Upper Guinea Road, Lebanon, New Hampshire. So, make sure everybody's aware of it. Yeah, go ahead.
So we had a grand opening, a ribbon cutting at Stop, Drop, and Roll. It was successful. It was a good time over there. Myself and Tom were there to do it. Andy unfortunately couldn't make it because he had some family
Emergencies.
going on. But it was very successful. We had a lot of tooting of horns going by. I'm not sure what they were tooting at, but we had a lot of. All right, and second, I kind of had. Actually, it was hosted by Mrs. McGougal, a open forum for Dunkin' Donuts, and I chose to join in there. It was a great discussion. I think a lot of it came.
We were so glad you came.
Well, thank you. So I want to call that my open forum for this month.
Oh.
So-
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Their ice cream at that place, I got a small one last night. Oh, you guys, it's like this high, I swear. It took me forever to eat
Wow.
it, and I ate it.
Okay, that would be all, Tom.
Well, actually, I just want to make sure. Well, this is going to go on all night. I can see it happening.
Yeah.
The summer kickoff this year, Saturday, was amazing. It was a lot of fun. The boats out there, it's just very good event. Karen, the recreation crew, everybody that put it on, did a great job putting it together again this year. You know, Mike had his son out there with his traveling farm.
Yeah, I told Karen the circus is here.
Yeah, and he had a couple of goats and some geese, not geese, I'm sorry, turkeys, chickens, and what have you. And it was a good time by all. So it was really good. And had, you know, the magician was there, and they had all kinds of games going on. It was a good time. It really was. So just want to thank the recreation for doing that again this year. Unfortunately, Sunday was too windy. The wind really picked up. They had to shut the boat races down. So that's it. Motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion. Yeah, we gotta go back.
Oh, we do? Okay. Well, then we're not going to adjourn yet. We're going to take a short recess.